What's good, guys? ICS. Of course, the Rams fell to the Packers, 32-18. Aaron Donald was playing with he was fucked up. But it's really simple to me. Aaron Rodgers, he is different. He's different. He playing his ass off. Like this man, he is fucking baller. This man, Aaron Rodgers, and y'all drafted another quarterback? Man, Aaron Rodgers he's a fucking god. Jesus Christ. This man, Aaron Rodgers, let's give him some credit. He made the number one defense look that they was average. Jalen Ramsey. I think he played well. There's stretches here and there where he could have did better. But overall I think he did well. Jared Goff played well due to the circumstances in the snow, broken thumb, everything. He played. He played. So I'm excited with Well, I'm not excited. Well, I was impressed with what Jared Goff did. Their defense got smoked. I think it's a large part to Aaron Donald being hurt. But I thought that they would get more pass rush, especially the problems on the Packers' offensive line. I thought they would get more pass rush, but no, they ain't do it. It's the Rams. They're a quarterback away from being right back in this thing. Right back in this thing because they had like a franchise changing quarterback. Yeah. But right now in the NFL world, everyone's sitting there trying to scramble. Every team's fan base who doesn't have Mahomes or everybody who doesn't have Mahomes, right? Any of these top guys, they all want Deshaun Watson. Shit, I want Deshaun Watson for my Saints. But I don't know if Jared Goff is the guy. I know he played well in the playoff game, but is that going to excuse what happened during the season? Double-digit interceptions. He hasn't even looked close to 2018 Jared Goff at all. And let me just give credit to the Packers. They have the best offensive. They got the best offense in football. Them and the Chiefs, they're right here. So I'm gonna say right now, the way they're playing, they have the best offense in football. Devontae Adams, like if Devontae Adams never missed games, he would have broke that 23. He would have broke the 23 easily. He might have had 25 touchdowns. But it wouldn't be Devontae Adams if he hasn't missed for some part of a season. But credit to Aaron Rodgers, he's a fucking baller. Let's give some fucking credit to Aaron Rodgers. That nigga is fucking nice. And people need to stop disrespecting him. I don't care what anyone tells me. Aaron Rodgers is better than Tom Brady. Tom Brady's just the most accomplished quarterback of all time. He ain't the greatest. The greatest is Aaron Rodgers. To me. Because I seen Aaron Rodgers play. I think he's the greatest. Tom Brady's just the most accomplished. But congratulations to the Packers. They're going to be moving on to the NFC Championship to play Tampa Bay. Good, guys, ICS. Of course, you know that the Ravens fell to the Bills 17-3. There's a lot of things that happened into this game. But the first thing, Lamar Jackson didn't play well. He didn't play well. And, a lot of people can blame Greg Roman, the receivers, the offensive line. But it's the same offensive line and receivers and tight ends and coordinator who got him the unanimous MVP. But every time he loses, he doesn't have a number one wide receiver. It's Greg Roman. And it's always someone else's fault but Lamar. Lamar didn't play well. He threw a 101-yard pick six. I mean, just call it what it is. He didn't play good. And that is not a slight on Lamar. He is still really young. Just because he didn't play good in these just because he didn't play good in some playoff games, okay, he's young. You know, I'm not saying that that's gonna be the theme of his career, but he didn't play good. You know, he didn't play well, and like they got away from the running game, I thought, but yeah, it just wasn't a good game for Lamar. It's just not like that. Um, Justin Tucker, 2 field goals. I'm blaming on the weather conditions too, but those 6 points, because they would have been in striking distance, I guess. Lamar got him in field goal range. He just couldn't cash it in. Um, it's really just that simple. The Bills, Josh Allen, he was pretty good, especially in the conditions. Stephon Diggs almost had half of Josh Allen's yards, caught a touchdown. Um, the Ravens defense they gave up 10 offensive points. Yeah, 10 offensive points. I don't know what more you want from the Ravens. The Bills defense did a good job forcing Lamar to not get his legs and force him to run. Um, it was like a really defensive battle, and the Bills defense won. Because that one turnover, that's it. That's it. That one turnover, that's it. That's it. That one turnover, that's it. That's the game. And Lamar just didn't get it done. Credit to the Buffalo Bills and their offense and defense coming together, a full team effort, getting this victory. Good team effort from them. Josh Allen, Stephon Diggs. I thought they didn't even run the ball. Buffalo said, "We're not running it. We just drop it back and we throwing it." That gave them the victory. Just drop back and throw it. They didn't even try to run. I think they had like maybe 10 rushing attempts. They didn't even try to throw it. They said, "You know what? We running it. We running it." I said we running it. They said we throwing it no matter what. Josh Allen, he threw that thing. Josh Allen has really progressed for me, and he's definitely a top 5 quarterback. I think it's going to be a really good game, especially going up to Kansas City. Baltimore Ravens, you need to get they didn't lose the game because they didn't have a number 1 receiver or because of Greg Roman and because Mark Andrews can't catch. That's not why they lost the game. They lost the game because they didn't play well on offense. That simple. Like, if they get Allen Robinson or a top number 1 receiver, that's not going to change the fact that the offense just didn't play well together. The offensive line, they need a center. Like, the offensive line didn't play good. The center got Lamar concussion. Yeah. There's a lot of things that didn't go well for the Ravens. But this is something to build on. Of course, I wouldn't say it's over or they have no chance it's over. Like, nah. They can definitely build on it, but they need to have. They had the worst passing attack in football. I don't know why y'all thought they would go to the Super Bowl with the worst passing attack. Because yes, you have the number 1 rushing attack, but what happens when you can't run it? What happens when you can't run it? What do you do? So that was always lingering over them. Them being the worst passing attack, they would never go that far because at some point somebody's going to stop them from running the ball, and you're going to have an efficient enough passing attack to move the chains and get into the end zone. And it's just that simple. I think, yeah, that's what you need, and they didn't have it. For next year, they ain't gonna need to have a passing attack, whether that's getting some receivers, an offensive line, whether that's getting healthy. I don't know. Mark Ingram's already gone. But you got to figure something out. Defense played well enough to win. Lamar just didn't get it done. And there's no disrespect to Lamar because Lamar Jackson's a unanimous MVP. He's a good quarterback. But he just needs to get better at throwing it. Because if he would have been better at throwing it, they would have won the game. That's simple. And they just lost. Credit to the Buffalo Bills. They're going up to Kansas City. What's good, guys? ICS. And the Browns fell to the Chiefs 22-17. And I thought, let me give some credit to Baker Mayfield. Baker Mayfield, he's playing well. I already said this before. Odell just need to get traded. It's not a good fit. He just need to get traded. So trade him, right? But Baker Mayfield played a really good game. I thought there's a places here and there where he didn't do what he needed to do. Nick Chubb, he was running the ball pretty good. I think they got away from the run more than they should have. But I can also say Nick Chubb had about 2 straight drops. Bad. They were bad drops. One on the screen play and one on the play before. Those drops can't happen. Like, that's a part where we can't just blame Baker, because a lot of people just want to blame Baker. Oh, Baker, you couldn't beat Chad. There's a lot of things that didn't go wrong. Rashad Higgins died and fumbled. First, I think that rule needs to be changed, but fumbled at the 1. But out the back of the end zone. That can't happen. You gonna make it a 10-16 game. I believe they get it in right there. They have a chance to win the game. But they stop him. Tyrann Mathieu picks off Baker. Mahomes gets hurt. Chad Henne comes in, and the Cleveland defense just folded. They just folded. Yes, they got a pick, and they gave Baker the ball, and he has to drive that down and get it done. He just couldn't get it done. But he's young. Like, Baker Mayfield is young. He has time to improve. It's like his 4th year in the league. He can do it. This is like his 4th year in the league. It's okay. I believe that he'll get it done. But he just didn't get it done right now. He's young. This is his first playoff run. So he's really young. Like, he can get it done. He's like 25, 26. There's a lot of things to build on. Of course, I think they should have ran the ball. They lost some timeouts and some dumb challenges. And for the Chiefs, this is what you need. You need your backup to come in and will y'all, so then Mahomes can get healthy and play in the AFC Championship. He was hobbling on his toe, we saw, but he was still pretty effective. I don't know that speed option or whatever they ran when Mahomes got the wind knocked it out of him. He couldn't even stand up. That looked bad. But and all that's what you want. It's not about winning, the Chiefs scoring 40 points. Nah, that's not what it's about. It's about, at the end of the score, you have 31 and the other team has 30. That's what it's about. It's not about it may being pretty. It's not about any of that. It's about you surviving and moving on, because it's one game. So it's about just moving on. Whether it's ugly or not, winning the playoffs is the name of the game. Because if you win, you got more points than the other team, you move on. Credit to Andy Reid making Chad Henne that speed out, Tyreek Hill. They play well. Give the Chiefs credit. They did what I thought they would do. Even though I didn't expect Mahomes getting hurt and anything. He hurt his toe early. I think it was his big toe. But they went out there and they played. The Browns, I feel like this was a winnable game for them. But they had too many things going wrong. They got away from the run. Like, there's a lot of things that go wrong. Turnovers. Those are the game. Because you can win the game without those turnovers, but you didn't get it. So there's not more you can do. I mean, as far as I'm concerned, there's not more you can do. Give credit to the Kansas City Chiefs. They won ugly, but winning is the name of the game. The Browns will definitely be back. I think they need to trade Odell, see what you can get for him. Get some more complimentary receivers. Donovan Peoples-Jones, man, he a baller. And he might be the most underutilized receiver when he was at the college level, because he played at fucking Michigan. Had no damn quarterback. John Harbaugh's trash. Couldn't do it. Look at them catches that he making. He didn't get those opportunities. That's a steal. Because Michigan's trash. Now look at him in the NFL. He's great. He's very great. But I think Myles Garrett was hurt too. That kind of hurt them. But if I'm the Browns right now, I would invest more in the secondary. Get one more pass rusher just so you get some depth on the pass rush. Offensive line is good. Get maybe another tight end and a receiver. Not like those can be in the later rounds. Tight end and receiver. but get some depth on the pass rush and secondary. Offense is plenty good enough. But I believe that Baker, he changed. Baker never going back to those Brown, like when you saw Baker in week 1, and whenever they played the Steelers, and it was like 37 to 10 or some shit, and then they lost to the those days are over. This is a different Browns culture. This is different Browns everything. Let's give Baker Mayfield some credit. But congratulations to the Chiefs. They're going to be in the AFC Championship. AFC and NFC Championship looks like Tampa Bay at Packers, and the Bills at Kansas City. It's going to be a nasty game on both, just because the weather isn't ideal. But this is what Aaron liked this weather. Oh, Aaron, he loved it. Aaron loved it. But for the Bills Chiefs, it's like the last game they played in week 6. It reminds me of that. Both teams actually played in week 6. That's funny. Both teams actually played in week 6. That's crazy to me. But they both be in different locations. But both sides are gonna be fighting to see who will play in Tampa Bay. I'll let y'all know my predictions, but this was all around good football. Even though my Saints lost, I'm still a football fan who happens to like the Saints. Let's not get it confused. I'm a football fan that likes the Saints. I can talk about every team, be realistic. But that doesn't make me any less of a Saints fan, but I can just call things down the line how I see it because I love the game of football. But all around great games. Roger Goodell was in some attendance, but they were all around great games. And yeah, NFC, AFC Championship. I'll do those predictions a little bit later.